Morning, everyone. Cheeky Chap Gaming, keeping it simple. This is a rather unusual video, really. I wanted to do something different. As you can see, I've got a level 6 monk here. Month? What month? Oh, it's June already. I've got a level 6 monk here, and he's called Boss. And I was messing around with him yesterday, and I kind of like made a major mistake. And the major mistake is I put when I got 2 points to allocate to this guy, it was to put him in strength and constitution was advised. I declined to take the advice and I put it into stamina because I thought I'm being a smart person here. I'm going to have more health, so I'm going to live longer. It proved to be a mistake because constitution, it's like crowd control and damage resilience, so it means you get hit less. And I've been getting hit a lot. So but this is a bit of a false reading because it shows you that I've got a strength of 9. Actually, when you start off, you don't have a strength of 9, you have a strength of 8. Stamina is 6. So it would be 8, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So what that basically means is, if you remember these, I mean, you can always wind back the video and all that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to log off now, right? And I'm going to go to the character creation screen. I'm going to show you what it advises in the monk. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this monk. I know I'm level 6 and I'm one box into level 6, but I've got a funny suspicion that I'll be more dangerous if I take on the constitution rather than the stamina. The stamina is a great help. It was in the early doors because obviously I was able to live longer, but I'm going to do something very different on this video. This is a prelude to my next video. And my next video is going to be, a lot of EQ players will remember this and it will, you'll kind of like relate to what I'm going to be doing. I thought, how can I get back to level 6 as quick as possible without spending the 5 hours that I spent yesterday getting from level 1 to 6? So I've decided that I'm going to power level my monk. But I'm not going to show it all the way because it would be too laborious for you guys. And because my editing skills are non-existent, I don't want you to see all the laborious work that's being put in at the beginning. So what I intend to do with this video is delete this monk and empty my bank out. As you can see, quick look there, of all the stuff that I've got. I'm going to pass this over to one of my other characters to hold for me. And then I'm going to delete this character. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart this character, but I'm going to put the points in the constitution and the strength, what it recommends. And then I'm kind of going to see how it goes. And yes, it's 6 hours of my life wasted, but I've got 6 hours that I can waste anyway, because life's what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm retired, so it's all cool. But I just got a funny feeling that I should have adhered to what they said. And whilst it's a long journey to get from 1 to 6, it is pretty much, you can get to level 10 in a day, but what's a day? 10 hours? But I'm hoping to cut this down by using maggots as a power level tool. And people that have played EverQuest or other games, you'll know that druids and chamois are great for power leveling. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be buffing my character with buffs. And I'm taking into account that my chamois is level 11. So that's going to give me +2 strength, +2. I think, I can't remember if it's dex. I'll bring my pally along now, and we'll just my chamois, blah blah. Something I've had in my coffee this morning, I think. I thought the white powder was sugar, but it's clearly not. But yeah, so this is my idea. So I'm kind of hoping it is now, what time is it? It's now 6:38 in the morning. So by the time I finish faffing about here, transferring the boxes across or something, it's going to be like 7 a.m. So I'm going to try, hopefully, kick off at 7 a.m. in the UK time. And I'm going to try and see how long it takes me to get to level 5 and 3. Well, you're going to see, I'm going to start filming the video when I get to the cultist camp. Now, the cultist camp will pretty much get me to level 6. I'll be getting to the cultist camp at a level 3-ish. So depending what level I get there at will depend when I start the video, because I want to start the video as I get to the cultist camp. And then you'll see the benefit that I get from all the buffs. And whilst maggots will take a bit of pain from some of the NPCs, because they will add, it's just inevitable. It depends how busy it is on the server as well as to whether I'll be able to do that or not. Because if there's a lot of people on the server, then that camp might well be taken and I won't be able to do that. But you're going to see any second now, you'll see maggots come into the picture. He's about to... Let me just turn my thingy off. So there you are. Maggots is here, look. He's just about to pull back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to buff myself. So you can see the difference in my stats when it buffs me, because obviously he's going to buff me with a let me just hit me with the first one. So there we go. So that's my strength buff. So you can see that straight away it's my stamina, sorry, I stand corrected. So let's just turn it off again. Yeah, it was a stamina, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so the stamina buff. So that gives me 9 stamina. So for that reason, I didn't need to put that point into stamina because he's going to supply the stamina for me. And then obviously the next one's going to go into strength, and that'll put me to 14, I think, is it? Oh, there must be a limit on it. Oh, it's dex. I can't even read. Look, my dex has gone up. So the dex is pretty much meh. The dex is irrelevant, really. Although it's not, because it creates crits, look, and hit rating. So obviously, for a monk, dex is brilliant because you'll find that... Oh, these are gloves. This weapon here's got strength on it. So this is going to be twinked because obviously these are items. Someone gave me this at the well yesterday. Someone said, anybody out there want a pair of legs that can wear leather? I went, I can't wear leather, I'm a monk. So monks can wear what I've got. Do you want it? It's weathered pants. So I went, yeah, thanks. So I got them for free. So effectively, if I put these on, you'll see that's gone up. And if I use that weapon, you see my strength has gone up. And then if I put these gloves on, my stamina goes up. So I'm literally really, really power leveled already. So this is twinked to beyond belief for the level that this character is already. Obviously, all the rest of this stuff. I mean, that's off the that's a necklace off the wolf. Or that gives you magic resist, but I kind of don't want magic resist early doors. You want to get hit by loads of magic, and you can see I've already been to the cultist camp, and they've already given me a whacking with their magic. So I've already, and I want to encourage that to be at level 21 as well for level 6, obviously. But at each level, you want to encourage that to be as high as possible because the higher it is, the more you start to resist things. And then you can see my dodge was okay. My defense was getting better. It was nearly maxed. I hadn't climbed anything. I climbed out of bed. That's the first thing I did on this character. This was 21 because that obviously that's one of the main attributes that we use. And our block was going up slowly. I wasn't using a stave. I didn't do any swimming. I didn't do any throwing because I didn't have any shurikens to throw. My sprinting is up a bit. Searching, not bothered. So basically hand to hand is max nearly. And fade if you don't get till that. I think it's level 10 we get that. But let me just you press the B button to bring up your, let me just close that box at the back. So this brings up your codex. And basically, when you click on this, it tells you what the main attributes are that each thing uses. So Iron Palm uses strength and con. So immediately my con's low, but my strength is what they recommended. So if I'd put the points in both strength and con, then it would have had a massive impact on me, I think, with regards to what's happening, because it deals damage to the target, bypassing a proportion of the target's armor using strength and con. This one here is what you get when you get to level 5. So I've got that strength is free. Your traits are all free. Every 5 levels you get a trait. So on a monk, it is strength, con, and agility are the 3 traits that you get. This is see this here, it's a technique. So you get this after you earn this by getting points in things. I think I got it from, let me bring my thing back up. I think it was something to do with my hand to hand, I think I got it because that had gone up. But I can't remember. I'll have to be honest. I'll have to wait and see how I get it next time and explain it better. Deals minor damage to a target and exploits the opening gap. So it's an opening gap, so it's a technique. State based on the current primary weapon. So whatever your primary weapon is, so it was my fist when that happened. So obviously it was a hand-to-hand job. So there you are, it's created by hand-to-hand. So my hand-to-hand is 19, so it was that. So hand-to-hand creates restrained, reducing their action speed by 25%, so it slows down the enemy. Blunt creates overwhelming mind, reducing all resistance by 20%. So it's massive, this. So when you use this opener, if someone else can back it up, then obviously you can get the full benefit. When you're soloing, though, or when you're duoing, it's only if your duo partner can benefit from that you can abuse it, really. But nevertheless, I'm not going to get any benefit out of this much, really. Same with the exposure. This is another one. Obviously, these go in your techniques bar. You've got your Iron Palm, which is again modified by Strength and Con. We've already established that when we clicked on it. You can have a maximum of 4 on here, and then you can have a maximum of 6 on this bar, and then obviously you've got your main skills on the bottom. So you can have the maximum of 8 plus the auto attack button, which is irrelevant. That doesn't really count. So you can see that all the stats that the monk use are based on strength and con, although we still get agility. And when you look at agility, the agility, it's a parry chance. So it's able to dodge and parry. So that's why their third ability is really important. Whilst we don't get to put a point into that, we do eventually. Before I finish this video, I'm going to nip down to the to our guild and show you the traits so you can see them prior to me wiping this character. That's a scary word right there, isn't it? So, Soul Shuriken, manifest your Chai into an Ethereal Shuriken, dealing natural damage to the target. A successful hit will lower the target's assist radius by 25% for 5 seconds. So that stops them really calling for help. And this one is the Chai Spear. Concentrate your Chai and propel it forward, dealing nature damage to the target. Damage dealt increase with Constitution. So again, because my Constitution is lower, I'm doing less damage with this when I'm casting it or when I'm firing it, and it's having a massive effect on what's happening. So that's why I've decided to wipe this character. And I would suggest anybody else who plays a monk, unless you're very experienced in this game, that you go with what they say, because they understand the prerequisites for each individual class. So let me log off quickly. I'm just going to go. Oh no, let me go to the traits thing first. I said I was going to go to the traits. Let me do a stuck and get there quick, so you don't have to watch, because I don't want this to be too long, this video. So here we are. So if we go to the traits guy here, you'll see that the first trait you get, which I have at level 5, is Strength, and then the next one you get is Constitution. So that's at level 10, and then at level 15 you get Agility, and then it just repeats again. So at level 20 we get Strength, at level 25 we get a Con, at level 40, sorry, that's 25. Oh, we don't get a big one then until 40. That's crazy. 20, 25, 40. Oh, right, weird. All right, so that's throwing me now, that. So I'm going to say it looks a bit odd. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. All right, so they've just not got it in order. So it's 30, 35, and 40. I was going to say that's kind of weird, isn't it? So we've got Strength, Constitution, Agility, Strength, Constitution, Agility, Strength, Constitution at 40. There you go. So we got there in the end. They just haven't put them in the right order, which is cool. So if we take a quick snapshot of like, let me take these off again, because I want us to have a snapshot of what we've got here. So I'm just going to take off all these items again. So we're back to our basic numbers here, even with the shirt on. If the shirt doesn't matter, it doesn't make a difference. So you can see it's 9, 7, and all the rest are 6. So I'll log off quickly, and then we'll go to the login screen where you create a character, and taking into account that all these bottom ones are 6, and the top 2 are 7 and 9. And that's because we've got a trait. So really it's 8 and 7, okay? So you'll see that when we go to the character creation screen, that it makes a massive difference. I'm going to try and create exactly the same, because he looks a bit cool, doesn't he? He looks monkey, doesn't he? Got the name Boss. I can't believe we got that. So here we go. So let's log back in quickly. And let's go straight to a character creation. Obviously, we can't create another character yet because I've got to delete him first. But let's create. So he's obviously a human, and we're going to go with the monk again. So here we are, irrelevant of what we look like and what the name is. So you can see here, it's 766666 because it's a human, isn't it? I mean, obviously we chose a different race. I'm guessing. Let's have a look, see what the I don't know what these are like. Oh. Oh. Oh, the wisdom is irrelevant, but look at the intelligence, charisma, that higher. But that's absolutely irrelevant. We don't care about that. We care about the con, the agility, and the strength and stamina. And clearly, the human is still a better, in my opinion. So look at the ogre. I don't think the ogre can be a monk. No, he can't. He can only be a warrior. I don't know why I even thought about. Can that be a monk? That would be interesting. No, he can't. How silly is that? Dwarves can't be monks. And nor can that. I'm pretty sure that can't either. Oh, he can. Oh my god. It can. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Again, it's intellect and charisma. That's where the main are there. You don't want that. I mean, obviously, if we look at the... that's interesting, though, isn't it? Because look at that. All sixes, apart from wisdom and the bottom two, they're irrelevant to us, though. We're never going to benefit out of any of that stuff at all. So it's pretty pointless, really. So I think we've definitely got to go... We've got to go with the... we've got to go with that because you get the extra strength there. So humans are definitely more utility-wise. They've got more balanced points, in my opinion. I mean, because everything underneath Constitution is irrelevant to us. I mean, these are the main attributes for us. So obviously, the strength increases the damage of some melee attacks, increases the maximum carrying weight. Well, that's a massive bonus straight away because you want to be able to carry stuff, don't you? And the stamina increases your endurance and sprint and also your health. So this is another this is another reason why I put a point in here. But I still believe that I've made a mistake there. Maybe the thing to have done was actually to put one in stamina and put one in constitution. I don't know. I don't know now. I can't think. But I'm pretty conscious that I think I'm going to go with what they've suggested, purely on the basis that they know what they're doing. So all these other ones, I can get materials on equipment. Like I can make a breastplate. I can't personally, but on the other server, I could make a breastplate with Constitution on it, which was massive. And during the first 6 levels, if you got extra con, your crowd control and your damage resilience are massive. So they're hitting you, but they're not. So it's great. And then you can balance these out by using different things. Like I showed, I had that hand weapon. So the strength, the stamina, agility, and dexterity and con, we can add them onto items, and we can acquire items like the actual the weapon that I was using on my chamois, which is the tree stump, which has got +1 stamina and +1 strength. So if you give that to this guy here straight away with these stats here, look at that. So that means he's 9 and 7. So it's the right decision to put it in con, because the con, that extra point in con makes a difference. In fact, there's an argument to say put both of them in con, but I'm not. I'm just going to go with what they've said. So I'm going to finish the video here, guys. So now you know this is going to be the new boss. Obviously, I can't have this one because I've already got it on my character. But I'm actually tempted to just go with another one with another name and compare them afterwards. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the thing to do or not. Oh look, it's exactly copied the way my other guy was. That's crazy, that, isn't it? Confirm. So yeah, I'm gonna create this just for the sake of creating it to see if the name's available. But I am actually going to delete the other one, and oh, the name is unavailable. There you go. So someone else has actually taken master. So yeah, so you can see where we are with that. It just makes sense to go with the Constitution. So let me know what your thoughts are below, guys, about power leveling and about twinking, because I know a lot of people don't like doing that. They feel it's an abuse of power, and it is. And I'm one of the biggest culprits in EQ of twinking my alts. I had more I had more tunes than Walt Disney, and I used to have them all twinked out, and I would power level them with a druid on another account or a chamois, depending on what where. And this game allows for that. It doesn't allow for you to auto follow and all that stuff because you can box in this game, but you have to manually get there from A to B. Once you got from A to B, you can quite easily box in this game. I'm not saying that boxing is a great thing, but I enjoy doing it because I can just play solo on my own in my own little. Because if I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning when none of the other people are in the guild, I can just log on with 2 characters, sit there and just merrily bounce away. And some of the things that I'm finding that I'm sharing with you guys, I've done when I've been playing on my own. And but I enjoy grouping with people, and the group content thing is great in this game. It's encouraged me even more so, and I want to learn more about the dynamics of the group dungeons in this game, and I haven't done enough of that. And it's something I'm going to do going forward, making more videos. So hopefully this will give you an insight into what my plan is after this video. So I'm going to drop this video on you guys now. Give us your thoughts below on what you feel about power leveling and twinking, and depending on the results that I get. No, I'm still going to do it anyway. What the hell? I'm going to go for it. So this video is going to be uploaded within the next 5 minutes or so. Like I say, in the UK now, it is now 4 minutes to 7 o'clock. I wanted to start at 7 a.m, but I'm going to start at 8 a.m. because it'll give me a chance to faff about. So I'm going to play from 8 till 8, maybe do a 10-hour session, or maybe, I don't know, 5-hour session. We'll see how I feel. And then what I'm going to do, as soon as I get to the cultist camp, that's when I'm going to make my next video. So I'll be able to tell from the time that I started, I'm going to time myself to see how much time it took me to get to the cultist camp. I want to get to the cultist camp by the time I'm at least level 3. But in that time, I want to have done the box run. I want to have done the tower run, the cultist first run, so that you open it up at the bush and go back to the cleric and get an update on that. I want to have done some of the starter quests from the guy at the well, just collecting odds and sods, just to get some tools and that together. And then I'm hoping to be level 3 by the time I get on the alleyway up towards that to try and kill the named wolf and also Krell on the way up. So if I get to that stage at level 3 and I've got maggots sat behind me, that's when I'll start my next video, guys. And then we'll see how long it takes me to get from 3 to level 6, which should be nothing more than an hour and a half at the most. Maybe 45 minutes, actually. I reckon probably 45 minutes to an hour should be able to do that when I'm buffing and keeping my guy alive. So I look forward to your comments on this, guys, because I know a lot of people are dead against power leveling, PLing, whatever you want to call it, and twinking. And in the spirit of the game, it's not really the right thing to do. But this is really dangerous, what I'm going to say here. No, it's not. I'm not going to be controversial at all. But at the end of the day, each person who plays the game, they play it in their own way. And I tend to sort of like try and abuse as much as I can. But I share everything that I do anyway. And I don't care. I don't care what other people think about how I play the game. If they don't like the way I play the game, that's tough shit, innit? I don't get monkeys. But on the other side of the coin, I respect how other people want to play the game. And if they choose to play it as an individual and not be twinked and do that, then I've got much admiration for you doing that. I mean, I've done that so many times on different characters that now this is the reason why I've got to that stage where I'm actually going to start thinking about twinking characters to get them up. Because what my intention is here is to try and get as many characters as I can, different classes, to level 10 in the quickest time possible. This is the problem with this is it slows me down getting a character to 20 or 25 and enjoying some of the latter content and some of HC and some of the other dungeons that are out there, which is going to restrict me to show you some of the better content. And obviously I need to get that content so you guys can see how you can enjoy the content going forward. So it's a bit of a two-sided sword, if you like, a two-sided edge. Getting like X characters to level 10 is one thing, but getting a character to level 20 is a proper hard slog in this game. And once you get to level 10, you'll appreciate. Actually, I would say probably level 12 onwards, you start to feel it hurt. And then you need to be regularly in groups with people. But if you get in groups, you do get a lot of experience, and you can get a level really quickly in 2 or 3 hours. if you're in a really good quality group who know what they're doing and they understand a lot of the stuff that's going on. So that's it, guys. I'm going to bring some other videos in the future showing some of the things like the pressure plate. I mentioned it on before. We found a major way of avoiding the damage on the pressure plate. I'm going to come into that on my next video. If I get up against a mob that's doing pressure plate, you'll see that. If I don't, then it'll be the video after that. But the pressure plate is a major thing. What pressure plate does is, when a mob casts pressure plate on itself, anybody who's casting or physically damaging that mob, it bounces back. So my dwarf did some damage the other night, called 59 points of damage on his two-handed axe. I think 55 was his best one on the axe when he first picked the axe up at level 4. And I hit a mob that cast that pressure plate, and I hit myself for 55 points of damage. It nearly killed me. So what I've learned to do is manage that really easily. And there's an easy way of doing it. I'm not going to share that now. I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to do it live so you can understand what I'm doing and you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm digressing here. So that's the end of this video, guys. I'm going to upload this video now so you can actually see what my plan is for the coming hours. And then stay tuned and we'll see where boss gets to. So I'm not going to show you him being deleted because that's painful. And plus I've got to transfer all the stuff out of his bank to another character so I don't lose it, because I want to give him back when he gets to level 6. So thanks again, everyone. Listen, I can't believe you guys. You're amazing. Thank you very much for all the subscriptions, all the comments. Everyone's been really nice on my channel. I want to thank you all for that. We've had odd one or two that are a bit flippant, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I'm just happy with the way my channel's going at the moment. I want to thank everyone for their contributions, because I really appreciate it, even though I don't know if you know that I do, but I wanted to just say that I do. And thank you again to everyone for all the likes, subscribes, and the friendly comments. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheeky Chat Gaming, keeping it simple. Bye-bye, folks.